Someone once said, "Let there be light." Is this how we will access the internet in the future? At the speed of light. German-born Professor Harald has patented an illuminating answer to the problem of congested bandwidth.
My big idea is to turn light bulbs into broadband communication devices.
You've heard of Wi-Fi. Here in this Edinburgh laboratory, the future is Li-Fi.
The demand for wireless connectivity is increasing tremendously. So we've just taken the view of moving from the radio spectrum into the visible light spectrum, which is 10,000 times larger than the radio frequency spectrum. We are not running in competition to Wi-Fi. We still need Wi-Fi. What I'm saying is use the existing lighting infrastructure, cooperating with the radio frequency domain, and that's why I don't see that it's in confrontation to the current comms industry.
An LED is not just a light source, it's a sophisticated electronic device. Crucially, it can be made to oscillate at phenomenal speeds, millions of times per second. We can't see it, but it's this capability which allows it to transmit data.
Take the light bulb, and we have a binary stream of bits that represent an image, for example. When there is a 1, we turn on the light bulb, and when there is a 0, we turn it off. And the receiver, on the other hand, would recognize these changes of intensity and would then decode that binary stream back as in an image.
Interrupt any single beam, and the data stream is disrupted. Well, I've seen Li-Fi working in a lab, but what about in the real world? We head up the hill to Edinburgh Castle for a wee experiment. And then we descend down to the dungeons, hundreds of feet underground, to the deepest, dankest part of this ancient royal fortress. Without even so much as a cell signal down here, we can still communicate, even send a large video file.
So what we have here is a little server here in that cabinet that streams high-definition video to that LED lamp, which is an ordinary LED light bulb you can buy off the shelf. What we have here is a little hole, and here's a receiver. The receiver picks up the signals that come from that light. Let me just interrupt that light beam. So block the receiver, and then the video and the sound would stop. If I would release it again,
it starts
again. The light carries the video, so I can touch the video now. I have the video in my hands if you want. And now the video is back on the screen.
After 8 years in development, Professor Haas first demonstrated Li-Fi to an audience in 2011.
I saw into the eyes of the many people and see utter surprise, disbelief. This was a moment of internal joy.
If I come back in 10 years, where will this technology have gone?
Imagine where you have light sources in shopping windows, traffic lights, street lights, in aeroplanes, in trains, at home, underwater. Everywhere where you have lights, you have a means of communicating.
A prototype light bulb is only about 6 months away, and if it's anything like Wi-Fi, Li-Fi could turn out to be a very lucrative part of our smarter future.
A lot of attention, a lot of interest to shape a technology that could change the way we communicate in 10 years from now. And it's in our hands to turn that into a success.